Barcelona have been knocked out of the Champions League at the semi-final stage after a dramatic 4-3 defeat ensured that Inter will take their place in the showpiece event, with the Nerazzurri winning 7-6 on aggregate.
It was a tough opening 20 minutes for Hansi Flick's side, who struggled to get into the game. And things would get worse as Lautaro Martinez scored the first goal of the encounter following an error from Dani Olmo.
Barcelona grew into the game after that, and they came close to scoring through Lamine Yamal, but they were then made to pay for that miss as Inter doubled their lead right before halftime, with Hakan Calhanoglu scoring from the penalty spot.
There was fury among the Catalan side at the decision to award the spot kick after VAR checked Cubarsi's challenge on Lautaro, but their complaints were futile.
Barcelona were down at the interval, but they were not out, and they came roaring back inside the opening 15 minutes of the second period. Eric Garcia volleyed home after a Gerard Martin cross, and the latter provided an even better delivery to set up Dani Olmo to head home the equalizer on the hour mark.
Barcelona dominated the second half, and their reward was a third goal on 88 minutes. Rafinha struck the ball towards goal from inside the area, but despite being denied initially, he found the back of the net with the rebound.
But it wasn't enough for Barcelona in normal time as Inter found their way to an equalizer, with just minutes to go. Denzel Dumfries crossed for fellow defender Francesco Acerbi to stab home at the near post, sparking jubilant scenes inside the San Siro.
That goal meant extra time was needed to determine the winner of this semi-final tie. And it was Inter that got it on 97 minutes courtesy of Davide Frattesi, who curled into the far corner, leaving Wojciech Szczesny with no chance.
This game will be remembered for ages as it was the best Champions League semifinal game ever. Now let's analyze the game tactically and see how Barca almost made it to the final, but were unlucky and careless at the end.
Barca players were trying to join an attack, but Inter had a powerful counter-press in the opening goal. Barca might be doing well if they break this counter-press. In the meantime, Inter has 3 players positioned against the Barcelona defense after winning the ball.
If Barca had broken the counter-press, look at the space for Yamal, but Dani Olmo got stacked, and he loses the ball, and Inter counter-attacked to score a goal.
Barca's issues were evident, especially throughout the first half as Inter positioned their center strikers in prominent positions. Barca doesn't seem adaptable. They keep adding stronger full-backs, which creates a Tevita situation throughout any phase of play.
Here is also the similar situations as Inter looked to win the ball and counter in central areas. They were making Barca defenders' life very hard throughout the first half, and it worked out.
Barca are going to play through the dangers in this move because they are Barca. Inter decided to take advantage of these circumstances, but not this time. Cubarsi's pass was amazing. It was a daring line-breaking pass, which is Cubarsi's specialty.
When it comes to the penalty situation, Inter managed to get a turnover in the middle of the field, and with 2 centre forwards against 2 centre backs, they take advantage of a gap along the side of the defense.
Barcelona's numbers up the field make them a constant danger in transition. In this situation, any team has the potential for creating an opportunity.
Inter Milan's rest defense had an equal amount of defenders on their defensive line as a result of Bastoni, in particular, joining the attack during the build-up. Additionally, Barca was consistently given these opportunities anytime the ball went over. In these situations, Bastoni is out of reach to the left. Barca pushed with a lot of energy at times. In this case, they used for players to push the Inter defense. If they win it, they could pose another strong offensive transition danger.
Inter Milan's game plan was the expected siege of Lamine, consisted of defending higher than usual to keep the Barca forwards' talent, especially Lamine, as far away from the penalty area as possible. That, and increasing the level of aggression off the ball.
With the score at 0-2 and halftime, Barca began to string together more passes in the opposition's half and launched their fullbacks much higher. Both became key players. Eric scored the first, and Gerard assisted for the 1-2 and 2 goals.
In the 76th minute, Ichigo came off the pitch to make way for Ayo, and the substitution didn't go well. While it's true that with him on the pitch, Barca made it to 3. But he appears in the frames of the 3-3 and 3-4.
In the first mistake, Acerbi beat him at the near post, and in the second, he made a mistake in basic defensive fundamentals. Exceeding the height of the ball inside the box to win it back, he opened the door for Thuram to run wide.
To conclude, in an epic UEFA Champions League semi-final second leg, Inter Milan edged FC Barcelona for 3-7-6 aggregate in extra time. Davide Frattesi's 99th minute strike secured Inter's place in the Munich final against PSG, capping a dramatic, high-scoring clash that will be remembered as a classic. We were by far the best team in the world this season, and playing beautiful football from the start. But it is what it is. It is tough pill to swallow, but we have to move on. Now focus move into the El Clasico with La Liga title on our hands, and when we'll seal it. What are your thoughts on this analysis? Comment down below. Subscribe for more.